Shalom, my name is Suzy Kahati. I'm a family financial advisor and I specialize with families with a fluctuating income. My job is to make your money more efficient. A lot of people are under the assumption because 50% of the population in Israel are in overdraft that all I do as a family financial advisor is help people become debt-free and achieve financial stability. In fact, I have three categories of clientele that come to me. The first category is called financial stability and is divided up into two groups. The first group, we see families that work really hard and don't manage to finish the month with a plus. And the second group is we see families that work really hard and finish the month in a plus. The common denominator here is in fact they're financially negligent. They don't work with a budget and they don't plan their money. So much so that sometimes I see families that are doing okay, having 100,000 shekels just sitting in a bank account. So my job here is to help them build a budget suited to their family and do short and long-term planning, which is vital for financial stability. The second category is called a financial dilemma. A couple came to me and their son wanted to study medicine in Italy. So we sat down and started building a budget. We took into account studies, study material, extra lessons, flights, planned and unplanned, rent, food, accommodation, clothes, entertainment, and of course the girlfriend. He's going to be there for 6 years. He's not going to behave like a monk. And we got to the amount of about 800,000 shekels. Their question was, can we afford to finance the project? And if not, what happens to the difference? Rosh Hashanah came around, I found out the family to wish them Shana Tova, and I wanted to know whether the son went off to Italy. And this is the answer that I received. You know, Suzy, when we sat with you and we built a budget and it came to the amount of 800,000 shekels, it was a bit more than we bargained for. Therefore, we impressed on our son to improve his psychometric scores, which he did, and he was accepted to study medicine in Beersheba. Saved that family a lot of money. The third category is called a fluctuating income. Some of us receive an income from abroad and we're exposed to the fluctuating rate of exchange, but it's not as drastic as somebody like a salesperson whose majority of their salary is based on commission. So they go away for 3 weeks with their family. They won't receive their full salary on a month with high expenses. Therefore, budgeting is really important to achieve financial stability. And then we have the seasonal workers. We have the summer season, we have the wedding season, we have agriculture people. These people work very intensively for 6 months of the year, and 6 months of the year they lie in bed and say, what are we going to do today? So budgeting, in order to make the money last the whole year round, is vital to achieve financial stability. My main speciality though are people like myself, where I have my own business. So it's very difficult for me to predict or forecast how much I'm going to be earning next month. Therefore, learning how to prioritize my expenses is imperative in order to achieve financial stability. When I start working with clients, I like to ask them why they haven't taken control of their finances up to now. And these are the excuses that I receive. We always argue. In the partnership, we tend to disagree. Who's going to take down the rubbish? Who's going to collect the kids from school? Where are we going to be on the Chagim? I've yet to sit with a family with a house full of rubbish because they couldn't decide who's going to throw it away. I don't hear on the news about children left behind at school because the parents couldn't decide who's going to pick them up. And I don't see families sitting by themselves on the Chagim because they couldn't decide where to go. In a relationship, we tend to disagree and we even argue, but it's the nature of a relationship and it's not an excuse not to take control over your finances. The next excuse I like even better. The children tell us what to buy. Really? Your children tell you what to do? Even though I really encourage you to involve your children in taking a financial decision. 1, sometimes they're more knowledgeable than us, especially when it comes to technology. 2, when we involve a child in a family decision, they're more likely to cooperate. And 3, when we teach a child how to make a financial decision, we're teaching him the rudiments of budgeting. However, we decide as parents what we're going to buy. We decide as parents how much we're going to spend on each item. And we decide, because we're the parents, we're the boss. The third reason I like even better, we tried once. I have been known to overcook my food and sometimes even burn it. My children won't go starving because the next day I'll go back into the kitchen because I have responsibility for my family. I'm now working with a 72-year-old woman who went on a couple of courses how to budget, and she said to me, Suzy, I still don't have control of my expenses. And we found a system that worked for her and she's just so happy. We tried once, you might have tried once, to take control of your finances and failed, but it's not a reason not to try again. So what do all these excuses create? They create frustration, they create negative energy, despair, stress, so much so I once went into a family where the finances were in such turmoil that every quarter of an hour the husband went out to have a cigarette and the dog was constantly barking. Don't worry, by the end of the process, the couple was sitting together and the dog was sitting on my lap. So how do I work? I have developed a very simple system called the 3 steps to financial stability. I have to emphasize here that I'm not a coach. I don't expect my clients to come to me for 12 meetings. I like to see results, and I like to see results quickly. And according to statistics, you should be seeing serious results after 3 months. So the first step that we do is that we check your expenses against your income. And here, I like to see a buffer, because that's where your savings should be. Unfortunately in Israel, the standard of living is dictated by the level of expenses, and there's normally no correlation whatsoever to the level of your income. Which brings me on to the second step, which is budgeting. We don't always hit bullseye the first time, because it takes a while until the family understands the real needs and requirements. Which brings me on to the third step, which is tracking. Tracking is the most important tool to achieve financial stability. We can do lots of things for budgeting. Compare prices, do market research, negotiate prices with suppliers. But if we don't track our expenses, everything around budgeting goes straight down the plug hole. We need to know what we're spending our money on. We need to know how much we're spending on each item. And we need to know in the middle of the month how much money we have until the end of the month, because we have to adhere to the golden rule, which is we don't spend more than we earn. Some people are not aware of the benefits or the advantages of working with a family financial advisor because it's a relatively new profession. Therefore, I've implemented a special scheme which goes like this. Just start working with me. And if after 3 months, why 3 months? Because we should be seeing serious results. You've implemented all the tools, done all your homework, and you're not happy with results, I guarantee you 100% that I will refund your money. And why is that? The risk is on me? No, because I know it can be done. So take advantage of this special scheme. But beware, ever since I've implemented the scheme, not one client has requested a refund. So what happens at the end of the process? You finally have control over your money. Doesn't that feel good? And for once, money is working for you instead of you working for the money. We have long and short-term planning. We know exactly the source of income and how much we can spend on going on holiday, buying a new car, renovating the house. Last but not least, we know that 70% of divorce is due to financial stress. And here we have created a financial dialogue with your partner, and it's so much easier to reach a financial decision. And I work with lots of mixed couples due to the fact that I speak English and Hebrew fluently. So all these results bring us serenity and peace of mind. Good referrals for me. Every single family that want to make the money more efficient. Even those who think they're doing okay. Wouldn't you like to do better? People who have a fluctuating income. For those who receive the income from abroad, people with commission-based salaries, and people like myself with small businesses. And of course, people have undergone a change in their financial status. They got married, they bought a house, had children, became redundant, unable to work due to illnesses or chas v'chayila, an accident, divorce, one-parent families, retirement, and when your spouse passes away. Thank you very much for listening to me. My name is Suzy Kahati. I'm a family financial advisor.